Hi Capricorn. This is your Sun, Moon, and Rising reading for March 2018. So, a lot of readers will say, if this doesn't resonate with you, check your Sun, your Moon, and your Rising. I like to find a reader that I resonate with and then look at my Sun, Moon, and Rising with all of them in order to get a whole picture. Because the way I see the Sun, Moon, and Rising is that where it sort of represents us in layers. I see the Moon as the sort of inner layer. Our emotions, what we really think and feel, and the person that we show to, say, our roommates, people we live with, right? People we let our hair down in front of. What I like to say is people that we flop down on the couch in front of at the end of a long day. You know, no guards are up. And I think they experience our moon sign more than our sun sign, or, you know, both. And then our sun sign, which is, you know, our personality. It can largely depend on what house it's in. You know, there are a lot of factors, I think. I think that we can see the spirit of a sun sign in someone, certainly, but I don't believe in pigeonholing anybody based on the sort of notorious characteristics of a sun sign. As a Virgo, that's happened a lot, you know, where people's understanding of Virgo can get glib or simplistic, and I would never want to do that to anyone. Our sun sign, our ascendant is an incredibly important sign, right? Our ascendant determines our first house, so it determines, you know, where every other house falls. And I'd like to put out some ascendant readings at some point soon. I think it also is sort of how we manage our image, you know, how we behave in new situations, how people who don't know us very well see us from the outside. So when I say Sun, Moon, and Rising, and when I make this reading, I think in terms of the possibility that, the hope that it would resonate enough with somebody that they might try looking at all of them and look at their moon sign in terms of their, you know, emotional state or relationships with people, you know, with whom they let their guard down, and their sun sign as far as like daily life, you know, work life, how they function out in the world and their social community and their enterprises, that kind of thing. And then the ascendant as sort of what we retreat to when we don't know anybody, like the mask we put up, that kind of thing, and look at the whole thing in concert. And I think that when I'm able to do that with a reader, I learn the most about myself in that month. So that's what's behind Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's kind of a lengthy intro, but you know, I'm fairly new to this community, so I just wanted to be clear about what I mean by that. So let's get right into your reading, Capricorn. This is a variation of the Gypsy Tarot spread, and I'll explain it as I go along. But just quick overview. The first row is you, your environment, what is known to you, what is unknown to you, your hopes and fears, your immediate future, your near future, and your overall outcome. And then across this way we have the condition, what's manifested, and what's at the root of it. So for example, in this row, this would be you, the condition of you, what's manifesting, what you're manifesting, and what's at the root of that. So we start here, and here, Capricorn, you're represented as the energy of the Nine of Wands. Now, the meaning behind this energy is that you're in one last test. You're kind of like almost there, almost at the end of something that's been arduous and burdensome, and you're being sort of tested one last time. And what's manifesting there is the Eight of Cups. This would indicate that for some of you, you're feeling somewhat discouraged and dismayed, And you're choosing to leave something behind because you're seeking a deeper meaning. You're seeking something that has more meaning to you. And what's at the root of that, Capricorn, is the Four of Cups. So that's a feeling of sort of apathy. It can sometimes be as simple as a lack of gratitude. Sometimes gratitude will shift this. Sometimes it can indicate that an offer of love is coming into you that doesn't excite you very much. It's kind of like just a general dissatisfaction with your current emotional state. So let's take a look at your environment, Capricorn. Oh, so for some of you, there's been some anguish in your environment, some real challenges, but this indicates that they're coming to an end, you know? And it would also explain your feeling this way. You know, you're feeling really tested. So how this angst in your environment is manifesting, Capricorn, is in a state of suspension. So things feel kind of in a bit of a stalemate right now in your environment for some of you. And what's at the root of that is the Ace of Cups. Well, it certainly would be an energy that would break up all these swords and wands. I'm not really clear on this yet, Capricorn, but we'll keep going and it will begin to make sense, make greater sense. At this point, it's just good news, you know, that there's pure love in your environment, because it looks like a very challenging environment. Okay, Capricorn, what is known to you? So you know that abundance is available to you, that the beginning of a project, a fresh new start, and the ability to be enterprising and successful is available to you, that this portal is open. You know that. So what it's starting to seem like to me, Capricorn, is that you're at the end of a cycle that's really quite tired and exhausting, but you're so close to the end that you can see the beginning of something new. So how this Ace of Pentacles is manifesting for you is conflict. Conflict. Well, maybe with an awareness of such freshness and enterprise available to you, you're, objecting to your current environment, and that's causing conflict. Well, what's at the root of this? The Nine of Swords. So that's anguish, sleepless nights. And that would definitely drive you towards something new. You know, this is the driving force. The driving force behind awakening to this. And I can understand why it would manifest conflict, because what it looks like you're seeking is change. You're seeking change for the better. That's what I can see. So this is what is unknown to you, Capricorn. Someone is juggling, or something needs to be juggled. Now, if you yourself have felt overwhelmed, this is not about that. This is about juggling that's happening that you're currently unaware of. And it's manifesting as stealth that you're also unaware of. So somebody is being very tactical, at worst sneaky and betraying. But if this card is read with neutrality, then it's tactical, careful, strategic. But this is something that you're unaware of. And at the root of it is the Page of Swords. So that's an immature air sign energy. Somebody either immature at communicating, bringing a message, or, an air sign. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Probably young. Your hopes and fears, Capricorn, we have the Lovers. So that's choice. Agency. To make a choice. The power of choice. Manifesting as wish fulfillment. So you're hoping to create the conditions that will make your wishes come true. And that's driven by the world. A completed cycle before gyring on to the next lesson. So what I'm getting here is that you are moving through a very challenging environment, trying to move forward with fresh, enterprising energy. Through tests and anguish and discouragement and suspension and delay and maybe some sneaky behavior. You are just trying to powerfully enter the new. Let's see your near future. We have the Seven of Wands. So this is you holding your ground. And I can see why it would be challenging. There are a lot of sort of they're like little forces. It's like a little army of mice or something. You know what I mean? Kind of in your way, but holding your ground, that's like just wearing big boots, you know what I mean? And moving through the thorns. And that's manifesting as the moon. So something is hidden, obscure, not necessarily on the up and up, unknown to you. And what's at the root of that is the Chariot. So this may indicate that you'll be moving forward, which is what holding your ground is, right? Moving forward from this current situation, as indicated by the Eight of Cups. The current situation being a state of suspension, where there's conflict as a result, because you want to move forward. I mean, this is just for some of you, I suppose. And you're going to move forward without having all the information you need, because moving forward is standing your ground. And this is what's motivating your desire. And this is what's motivating the end of your anguish. This Ace of Cups. So something pure is calling you. And you're well aware that it's promising. And this is not enough to stop you. And this kind of anguish and these kind of sleepless nights would definitely drive you to make a change for the better. Well, let's look at your overall outcome. A final decision has to be faced and be made. And then it manifests as you, Capricorn. The Queen of Pentacles is you. Queens are cardinal signs in the tarot. Capricorn is an earth sign. So this is you. So if you face your decision and make it, your reward is yourself. The light at the end of the tunnel is you. And what's driving that is the Eight of Wands, which is a speedy message. Fast moving. So I'm getting a sense that things are really coming to a point faster than you thought where you really have to make a move, Capricorn. And that in choosing to do so, your reward is rightness with yourself. So, I wish you all the best in the month of March. You know, it looks like you're transitioning to something much better. And I'm really happy for you. And I've enjoyed reading for you, and I look forward to getting a chance to do so again.